Could we figure all that out so that we don't make sure everybody has a place to sit? Okay, time. How? Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Tassa bhagavato arahato. Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one. Namo sadanto suchedoye alahadi samyao sambuddhosye. Namo sadanto suchedoye alahadi samyao sambuddhosye. 无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。 我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。Supreme and wondrous Dharma, subtle and profound, rarely is encountered, even in billions of eons. But now we see and hear it and accept it reverently. May we truly understand the 师父上人，各位师兄，大家阿弥陀佛。Venerable Master, Dharma friends, welcome to our sutra lecture. You're all done. You can stand up. Okay. Nice job. Let us recite together, everyone. We can wait till everybody grabs a seat. My name is Hung Shi. Today is November the 2nd. It is a Thursday here in the Gold Coast of Queensland. It is a Wednesday back in California. We are here in southeastern Queensland to investigate the Dharma Flower Sutra, Hua Jing's Puman Pian, chapter 25, all about Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So, what a wonderful thing to do on a Thursday night in a time when the world needs more people peacefully investigating the Buddha's wisdom. So, can we all put our palms together? I'll give you a line and you give it back. Namo Miao Fa Lian Hua Jing. Fa Hua Hui Shang Fo Pu Sa. Namo Miao Fa Lian Hua Jing. Fa Hua Hui Shang Fo Pu Sa. Homage to the sutra. Ha ha ha! I heard it. Homage. No, homage. Homage to the sutra. On the lotus flower of the wondrous Dharma and the Dharma flower assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. All right, well done. Great, excellent. We respectfully acknowledge the Kumbhameri people of the Ugambe language region as traditional storytellers and custodians of the land where our monastery is located. We pay our respects to their elders past, present, and emerging, and to all First Nations people whose sovereignty was never ceded. That's to say, 我们恭敬地承认Ugambe语族的古部的是昆布玛丽人，是我们寺院所在地的传统叙事和守护人。我们向过去、现在和未来的长老们表示致敬，并且向所谓从未放弃主权的第一民族的原住民致敬。Good. Okay, we can all put our palms down now. We're actually, you know what? We have one more thing to do before we'll put our palms together one more time, and that's the bell song. Okay. Happening in China, how about that? The bells sound wide, resound throughout 100 million worlds. The Buddha's law is heard and spread all throughout the triple world. The wondrous sounds that everywhere fill the Dharma realm with peace. May those who hear it gain the strength to follow in faith the Buddha's path. 众生穿三切界内，佛法扬万亿国中，共训起法界和平，第一宝谈后的。All right. Well, congratulations everybody who has come this far into the, let's see, Qingchu, good. Come this far into our retreat. We have been reciting Guan Yin's name. We've been reciting the sutra. Been bowing repentances, reciting mantras for 4 days now, or more. And there is goodness that is created when people come together not to make money, not to become famous, not to gain power, not to commit crimes. Instead, come together purely for the goodness of compassion, spiritual development. That's a wonderful thing. And the goodness created by that act really can make a better world. There's no doubt about it. I wanted to share that, let's see here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see here. Universal Door Chapter material, here we go. TU Universal Door Chapter materials. Pumanpin copy. Nope. Nope. Hey, where'd it go? Okay. Let's see here. Try Pumanpin. There we go. Pumanpin versus. Nope. Okay, can't find it. People have been moved and inspired by Guan Yin Bodhisattva's compassion for hundreds and hundreds of years. And there are lots and lots of stories that have been gathered together over the centuries, where people want to tell others what happened to them as they did what the sutra tells us to do, which is Nian Bi Guan Yin Li, recall the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. That's the theme. And as we mentioned last night, if you had to say, what is this scripture about, it's 4 words. Shun Shang Jiu Ku. So, hearing the sound and going to save. Seeking out people who cry out for Guan Yin and going to help them. I told the story, this is one of my better Guan Yin stories. I told this one at the beginning of the retreat about a time that we were in Muzha in Taipei, and we somehow the plans had fallen through. We were originally supposed to be in a nice, warm, wide sports auditorium, like a basketball court. With plenty of room, people could bow, people could, the monks and nuns could go into a quiet room in between the sessions and rest their throats. It didn't happen. Something went wrong with the planning, and we wound up in a high school auditorium with slanted seats, and only seats, no room to bow, no room to spread a bowing cloth or a futuan. And we, the Sangha, who were doing the ceremony, had nowhere to rest. We were only on it was a high school auditorium with a curtain, and the wind blew through on both sides, and we all got sick. Oh, it was not good. So by day number 3, we didn't have any more voices. We were all like coughing and choking. And so we said, we had a meeting. There were about 5 monks and nuns trying to do the ceremony, just like here. And so we had a meeting, and we said, what are we going to do? None of us can speak. And so we said, oh, you know what? Maybe we can ask people if they will share their own Guan Yin Bodhisattva stories. And we assumed that when we asked that everybody was going to do what Asian audiences typically do, which is look to see who can represent the family. If father is here, I'm not going to raise my hand. If our older brother is here, the sister is not going to raise her hand. Mostly they look left and right and go, don't call on me, don't call on me, don't call on me. But that's not what happened. Instead, people went, I have a story. We look around, oh, great, why don't you tell your story? And then you're next, and then you're next. So one of the people who told their Guan Yin stories that day was Heng Ren, the old Taipei Fajie, the original Taipei Fajie Hengren Fashi. And she later on went to CTDB and was the chef for a long time. So she said, oh, we had heard about Master Xuanhua, and he was really the spirit of cultivation in the 20th century. And so we invited him to come to Taiwan, and we all got together and decided that we wanted to circulate his books. And we created this thing called the Fa Jie Yin Jing Hui, the Dharma Realm Book Distribution Center. And we got we rented a small space on Nong'an Jie, the original one, Chugoba. And but on the weekends, we would all go up to Jinshan. We would all rent a bus together and take a picnic up to Jinshan. And we would recite the Guan Yin's name going up and recite the Great Compassion Mantra. We would eat and see the scenery and kind of relax and have our biandang. And then we would get in the bus and come back and recite. And everything was fine. We did this for a long time. But one day, we went up the mountain and came back, and the brakes failed on the bus. Oh, she said, the poor driver, was just a volunteer, and the bus was going down. These are steep roads with no guardrails and twisty, steep roads. And the bus was going faster and faster, and the brakes were not. He's pumping the brakes and trying to pull up and shifting down. And so, you know what happened, she said? We of course, were all going, Namo Holla Dhammo Dolai. We're reciting the Great Compassion Mantra with all our lungs. And at a certain point, the bus just left the road. And it went out into empty space. And the bus actually did a somersault. And it went bang, boom, on top of a tree. The door opened, and we all climbed down and looked up at the bus in the tree and looked at each other. Everybody here? Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Nobody was lost. The driver was, he was turning red and white and blue and green and red and white. He was so scared, but he promised that he was going to learn how to recite Guan Yin Bodhisattva's name, because nobody was hurt. And the bus did a somersault, and we were safe. So she said, after that, I decided to leave home, she said. So, yeah, so she did. So lots and lots of stories, and oh my goodness. Now, every night I have promised we're going to do a song, and we never get there. And I wanted to share this one. This is a really wonderful song that none of you have heard of because it's brand new song for all of you. And let's see if I can get the right pitch. Let's see. No. There we go. We're going to do this a cappella. And share the screen. Share the screen. There we go. Okay. This is a song that you can all join, and I encourage you to. You haven't heard it before, but it's one melody, and it keeps repeating. And this melody has been alive in Spain since the 14th century, in Catalonia. And it used to be devoted to the Virgin Mary, to the Holy Blessed Virgin, for those Catholics among us. David Rounds took the melody from something called the Livre Vermeil, which is the red hymn, what's it called? A breviary. So it's something that monks would carry on their person as their personal notes. That was what was found. And you'll notice, she who hears the voices of the world hears my voice. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who hears the cries of being in prison hears my cries. She who calms the fears of soldiers in battle calms my fears. She who rescues beings from dangerous roads rescues me. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who hears the prayers of homeless people hears my prayers. She who grants the wish of childless couples grants my wish, just like last night, right? She who soothes the terrors of the dying soothes my fears. She who knows the joy of peace and friendship knows my joy. She who hears when beings call her name hears my name. And finally, she who hears the voices of the world hears my song. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Okay? So it's very wonderful. And here's what I would like you to do. I would like you all to join me on this part. It goes like this. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. 3 A's. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. That's it. Right? Want to try it? Here we go. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. That's the refrain. So I will give you the line, first line, and you give me the refrain back, okay? For example, let's try the first one. She who hears the voices of the world hears my voice. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Nice. Here we go. She who hears the cries of beings in prison hears my cries. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who calms the fears of soldiers in battle calms my fears. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who rescues beings from dangerous roads rescues me. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who hears the prayers of homeless people hears my prayers. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who grants the wish of childless couples grants my wish. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who soothes the terrors of the dying soothes my fears. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who knows the peace, one more time. She who knows the joy of peace and friendship knows my joy. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. She who hears when beings call her name hears my name. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Last one. She who hears the voices of the world hears my song. Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that's an ancient melody that has been in the world for a very long time. First time in Australia, ever? How nice. Okay, thank you for joining me in that one. It's very nice. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. Oh, alrighty. So let's look at our special text tonight. I told you about. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you. You all know where this image lives, right? You know where that image is from? City of 10,000 Buddhas, indeed. That is the Qianqiu Qianyin Guanyin Pusa. 16 feet tall, 11 heads, 1,000 hands, 1,000 arms, 42 hands and eyes on both sides, and it's made of camphor wood, which means bugs don't eat it. Bugs eat camphor and fly away. It's poisonous. So that this is pretty much. It's not going to. Some wooden images get eaten by bugs. Some wooden images rot. Some wooden images burn. You know. So this is not afraid of insects eating it. So it's a wonderful image. Now I want to ask you, where is that image? Anybody know? Berkeley Monastery. Who's been there? Somebody's been there. Berkeley Buddhist Monastery. That's a stained glass window. The stained glass Guanyin Bodhisattva. With the Liu Tou, Pusa Liu Tou, Gan Lu, Shui, Neng Ling Yi Di, Pian Shi Fang. That's it right there. The Bodhisattva with a willow branch and sweet dew water can make a single drop pervade the 10 directions round. So, Berkeley Buddhist Monastery. All right. Lots of different images of Guanyin Bodhisattva. Here we go. Guanyin files, Guanyin vows. No, pigeons, Black Madonna. Since we're looking at Guanyin images, how about this one? How do you like that Guanyin image? Anybody seen that one before? That's from Spain. That's the Blessed Virgin. That's Mother Mary. In a place called Montserrat, Benedictine Monastery in southern Spain. How about that? Isn't that amazing? It's made of wood, and the wood turned black. It's called the Black Madonna. It turned black over the years. But that is not Guanyin, and it looks just like Guanyin. Isn't that amazing? Why? Here's Shancai Tongzi, right? Here is the Rui Zhu. This is the wish-fulfilling pearl. Here's the, good wealth. And the pearl has a flame coming out, and the baby Jesus is also holding a little pearl. It looks so much like Guanyin, and the expression is just completely compassion. Look at that. So when we traveled to Spain and saw that image and just said, "Oh my goodness, it looks like Guanyin," and the Catholics said, "You can't steal our saint," and we said, "No, that's not what we're about. We're not saying that Guanyin is secretly a Buddhist. No, the Blessed Virgin is secretly a Buddhist. That's not what we're about. What we are saying is that when the human heart wants compassion, this is how it looks, regardless of the label." So, yeah. Okay. Here's where we stopped last night. Let's begin. We ready? Right here. Here we go. I'll give you a line, you give it back. 无尽意是观世音菩萨成就如是功德，以种种行 有诸国度，度脱众生，是故汝等，应当一心，供养观世音菩萨。是观世音菩萨摩诃萨，于不畏极难之中，能示无畏。是故自娑婆世界，皆号之为是无畏者。Okay. Ready? Infinite resolve. Such are the meritorious deeds done by Guan Yin, the Bodhisattva who travels throughout the world and appears in various forms to rescue living beings. Therefore, you should all wholeheartedly make offerings to the Bodhisattva who listens to the sounds of all the world. In times of terror, crisis, and trouble, the great Bodhisattva Guan Yin can bestow courage and dispel all fears. Therefore, all throughout the Saha world, we call her giver of courage. All right. Okay. So, my goodness. I didn't plan this, but we can do it anyway. Documents. Where are we? Here we go. Right. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Guan Yin's names. Yeah. We'll go right to the, let's see, here we go. Okay. This is kind of fun. Let's see, before I do this. Okay. We said that what the Puman Pin contains is 7 difficulties, 3 poisons, 2 wishes granted, 32 transformations we heard last night, and then fearlessness, courage. Guan Yin Bodhisattva has another name. It's called the Shi Wu Wei Zhe, the Bodhisattva who gives courage, who bestows courage. And some people translate it as fearlessness. And that's another name Guan Yin Bodhisattva has. And so Guan Yin, over the years, over the centuries, over the cultures, all different times and places, has taken on different names. Let's take a look. First of all, Guan Yin Pusata Ming Hao. In Sanskrit, what is Guan Yin's name? Anybody know? Fun one. Very good. 5 points. Avalokiteshvara. All right. In Tibetan, Zhangwan, what is it? Chunrizi. 5 points. Oh, thank you. Chunrizi. Also Tara. Okay. In Hanyu, Korean. Who speaks Korean? Anybody know? Come on, you can say. We're all friends. Hanyu. Anybody know Korean? Who knows? Korean. Guan Yin. Don't know? I don't know either. What about Vietnamese? Anybody know? Quan Tiem. Right? What else? How about Cantonese? Quan Hoa. Gunyam. Right? Taiyu. Guan Zayang Posat. Correct. Japanese. So, okay. English. No such thing as Chinese. Guan Shi Yin. Yeah, because why? Okay, your car is leaving the road and it's heading for the cliff, and you go, homage to the Bodhisattva who hears the sound. Too late. You gotta need something quick. Guan Shi Yin, right? So, there we go. What else though? That's not it. Avalokiteshvara, Chenrezi, Vietnamese, Guante and Yum Kanzeum, Kanon. Oh. By the way, since we're here, why not do the whole thing? You all know anybody use a Canon camera? What is that? Canon cameras from Japan. That's the first Canon camera trademark. 1935. 1,000-hand Guan Yin. It was. This is the Canon camera trademark. Truly. So every time you hit the shutter, Kanno. Every word. I don't use Canon, I use. So, but look, 1934, 1953, 1953. That interesting? So, yeah, you learn a lot. See, if you didn't come to GCDR, you wouldn't know these things. Okay. So, Guan Shi Yin Bodhisattva. All right. There it is. Okay. Now, what else? We say Guan Shi Yin Pusa, or Guan Yin Pusa. We say Guan Shi Yin. We say Guan Yin. What else? We say Guan Yin Yang Yang, right? The male maiden, Guan Yin. What else? We say Guan Yin Fo Mu, which is wrong. That's a popularization, incorrect. We say Guan Yin Ma. People say that, right? What else? More. There's more. Guan Yin, Guan Shi Yin Bodhisattva, Guan Yin the maiden, Guan Yin the mother of all Buddhas, Holy Mother Guan Yin. No. What else? Oh my goodness. Amitabha the Dadidzi, Amitabha's disciple, along with great strength. Qianshou Qianyan, Guan Yin, 1,000-handed Guan Yin Bodhisattva. What else? Songzi, Guan Yin Bodhisattva who bestows children, the special identity. We heard about that last night. What else? Avalokiteshvara, Guanzi Zai Pusa. Now, it's interesting because Master Xuanzang, our Chinese Buddhist monk pilgrim, was the one who said Guan Yin should be actually Guanzi Zai, Avalokiteshvara, not Guan Shi Yin. Difference. And then also Avalokita, different names. There's more, there's even more. Amitabha's disciple, the 1,000-handed Guan Yin, bestower of children, she who contemplates at ease, and Bai Yi Dashi, the great hero in the white robe, Yulan Guan Yin Bodhisattva who holds the fish basket, Shi Wu Wei Pusa, right here. Right? Bestower of courage. That's the one we just ran into in the Puman Pin. What else? Lü Du Mo, Bai Du, white Tara, green Tara. And Shen Wu Ma Li Ya. And that's where the Catholics go, no. You cannot steal our scene. So, how about that? All these different names. All are Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Yeah. So, all right. Put that away for now. Going to come back to our text. Okay. Here's the episode I previewed last night. Ready? Here we go. I'll give you a line, you give it to me. Wu Jin Yi. Let me try again. Wu Jin Yi Pusa. Bai Fo Yan. Shi Zun. Wo Jin Dang Gong Yang. Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Qi Jie Jing Zhong Bao Zhu Ying Lo, Jia Zhi Bai Qian Liang Jin, Er Yi Yu Zhi, 作是言，仁者，受持法师，珍宝璎珞，使观世音菩萨不肯受之。无尽意复拜观世音菩萨言：仁者，min我等故，受持璎珞。尔时，佛告观世音菩萨：当明此无尽意菩萨，具四众：天龙、夜叉、乾闼婆、阿修罗、迦楼罗、紧那罗、摩诃罗伽，人非人等故，受是璎珞。即时，观世音菩萨泯诸四众，举喻天龙，人非人等，受其璎珞，分作二分啊，分作二份。再来分作二份，一份奉释迦牟尼佛，一份奉多宝佛塔，无尽意观世音菩萨，有如是自在神力，有住娑婆世界。Okay, that's the whole episode that we looked at. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's do, can we read it together? Let's try reading it together. Watch the punctuation, listen with your ears to the person around you or to my voice, and we'll all be together on the beat. Ready? Here we go. The Bodhisattva, infinite resolve, said to the Buddha, pause, world-honored one, I will now make an offering to the Bodhisattva Guan Shi Yin. And so saying, that's he here. Here, let's start over. And so saying, he removed his rosary of pearls, worth hundreds of thousands of taels of gold, and presented it to the Bodhisattva with these words. Pause, take a breath. O humane one, please accept my offering of Dharma, this rosary of precious pearls. Okay, breathe. But Guan Shi Yin Bodhisattva would not accept the pearls. Infinite resolve once more entreated Guan Shi Yin, O humane one, out of pity for us, please receive the rosary. Pause, take a breath. Then the Buddha said to Guan Shi Yin, out of compassion for infinite resolve and the four assemblies, for the gods, dragons, yakshas, Gandharvas, Asuras, Garudas, Kinnaras, Mahoragas, humans and non-human beings, pause, and the rest, accept this rosary. Then Guan Shi Yin Bodhisattva, out of pity for the four assemblies, for the gods, dragons, humans, non-humans, and the rest, accepted the rosary and divided it into two parts. One strand she offered to Shakyamuni Buddha, the other to the stupa of the Buddha many jewels. Infinite resolve, with such sovereign spiritual powers, does the Bodhisattva Guan Shi Yin traverse the Saha world. Okay, good job. Sounded good. Really have a good team together. Okay. So, bestower of courage, that extra name. So, here's this entire separate little episode inside the Pumanpi. What happens is, infinite resolve, the Bodhisattva who is the speaker of the whole. He's what's called the interlocutor. He's the one who questions. He's the requester of Dharma. And he speaks up, says, so Buddha, he says, world honored one, that's the Buddha's title, says, I'm going to make an offering right now. And he takes his nianzhu that he is wearing, and apparently it's 2 strands. Maybe it's like pearls, jewelry type, but it's something he can divide. He doesn't snap the string. He doesn't snip the string and hand half in it. It must have 2 strands. So he says, I want to offer this to Guan Yin Bodhisattva. It's really, 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 really valuable. And please accept my offering of Dharma. It's an offering to you. It's not a bribe. It's gongya, right? I'm offering to you precious pearls. Guan Yin Bodhisattva says, nope, no thanks. Don't want it. I don't need anything. No need, says Guan Yin. And by saying that, of course, the Bodhisattva infinite resolve doesn't get to zhong fu tian, doesn't get to, plant the field of blessing. So infinite resolve says, oh, come on. Sometimes you have to offer 3 times, right? Would you like to, why don't you come in and have some food? No, I'm not hungry. No, come on in, you're too thin. Come on and eat. No, I'm not hungry. Please come in, it's really good. Okay, you have to ask 3 times, right? Before people will say yes. So here infinite resolve says, please lian min wo deng. Please be kind to us. By taking my offering, you are being kind. It's not that I am giving something good to you so you're happy. No, Guan Yin says, I don't need your necklace, thank you, your beads, no thanks. So infinite resolve says, I am wanting to get something from you by letting me make an offering to you. What I want is the fu bao. I want the blessings, the guo bao. So Guan Yin says, what? No, no, I don't want it. I really don't want your beads. I have plenty of beads at home. I have a drawer full of beads. So the Buddha speaks up. He says, okay, it's okay. Remember, you too are a Fujian, you're a field of blessings. So out of compassion for infinite resolve, and interestingly, the Buddha ties it to the Tianlong Babu, gods, the dragons, and the Eightfold Pantheon. They're named here. So who are these? Who are these characters? A bunch of Sanskrit words. This is the Tianlong Ye Cha Chen Tapo Ashu Lo Jia Lo Lo Jin Lo Lo Mo Ho Lo Qie Ren Fei Ren Dang. Who are they? Well, if you read Jin Yong's novel, Tianlong Babu, you know. Jin Yong 写的小说, Tianlong Babu. Now, Jin Yong did not invent that. He borrowed it from Buddhism. He borrowed the name for Buddhism. Who are these? These are spiritual beings. These are ghosts and demons and a whole Dharma realm called the Shuras, Titans. Garudas are Da Peng Jin Chi Niao. Does anybody travel in Indonesia on an airline, Garuda Airlines? Indonesia, that's the Peng bird, Da Peng Jin Chi Niao. They're incredibly huge mythological birds. Kinnaras have a horn. They are musical spirits. Gandharvas are musical spirits as well. Mahoragas, they are big snakes, pythons. And the thing is, we kind of know some of these, we don't know a lot of them. They are bad dudes. These are the nastiest spiritual beings. Yakshas and Gandharvas eat people. They're people eaters. They're not cannibals. They prey on humans. And if it wasn't for the Buddha, we would never see them until it was too late. They wouldn't bother with humans. Humans are defenseless. We're puny, we're pathetic. But because they see the Buddha and want to become awake, They want to wake up. They can't scare the Buddha. The Buddha is the baddest of them all. He is the boss of all these spiritual beings. And so, because they want to be like the Buddha, they are they are very well behaved. They put their palms together and they bow to the Buddha and they follow the rules because they can't scare the Buddha. They can't harm him. So this is a very interesting concept. Who are these spiritual beings? They get in line behind the big boss, who is the Buddha. And they become Hufa, Dharma protectors. Truly so. Truly so. So, Guan Yin Bodhisattva says, all right, since the Buddha told me to, I will. Can you imagine Guan Yin saying, no, World Honored One, I don't want it. No, he can't do that. He's got to say, okay, I will. Even Guan Shi Yin Pusa still follows the Buddha and still an infinite resolve bodhisattva, big bodhisattva, still making offerings. That's really interesting, right? How this practice of Bu Shi, this practice of Gongyang, is from top to bottom. This is what bodhisattvas do. They make offerings. And this specifies, they offer one strand to Shakyamuni Buddha and the other to Do Bao Fo Ta. Okay, this is like, we learn all kinds of things inside the Pumanpin. So look at what Guan Yin Bodhisattva does. Does she take it and put it in her jewelry box? Does she take it and sell it right away on eBay? What does Guan Yin Bodhisattva do with these precious pearls? She gives it away immediately. She says, all right, I accept your offering. Empty hands. That's so interesting, the behavior here, right? She lets Wu Jin Yi make the offering, and then Guan Yin Bodhisattva makes an offering of it. She gives it to the Buddha and to a stupa as an adornment. Now, what would it be like? It would be like, suppose some of you had, pearls or jewelry or something, and you, in order to, because you had a special wish, you took it behind the Buddha hall and put it on Shifu's altar. Be the same thing. If you probably have to check with the boss first, right? Check with Chinfu Shi first. And say, then you can put it in front of Shifu. And our stupa here, our beautiful new stupa, there's a big empty space underneath. You could potentially put precious things underneath as an offering to the Buddha. So that's, this is not long ago and far away. This is still something that people do. We shouldn't think this is, kind of back in the day. This is actually something that people do in order to create blessings for themselves. So interesting, this behavior. Okay, who is the Buddha of many jewels? Do Bao Ru Lai. To people, we've been doing something here that is kind of unique, I think. We've been reciting the names of the 7 Tathagatas. Do people know about this particular practice? It's kind of fun. This is the Qi Ru Lai Ming Hao. Do Bao Ru Lai. There it is right there. Namo Bao Sheng Ru Lai. Do you know about this? Let's do it. It's fun. It's really simple. These are 7 Buddhas of antiquity, and we end with Namo Amito Ru Lai. Who is that? Amitabha. These are 7 Buddhas who also use their names to create blessings. So this is particularly good. These are particularly effective if you have children, particularly effective if you have pets, particularly effective if you have a business and you want to make money. Of course, who doesn't? So you recite the name of Bao Sheng Ru Lai, If you want to have a pretty appearance, if you want to look good, Namo Miao Si Shen Ru Lai, Guangbo Shen Ru Lai. If you have pets who you want to bring them out of their animal bodies into better bodies, Li Bu Wei Ru Lai. Animals in particular, ghosts and spirits, live in a world of fear, beyond all fears, fearless Buddha. Gan Lu Wang Ru Lai. This is a name, they say, if your child is going through the Lienkao, right, going through exams, or if you are applying for certification, you recite the name of Gan Lu Wang, Sweet Du Buddha, and you pass your exam. And then Amito Ru Lai. So these are Buddhas whose names are very effective in bringing success and blessings and transformation to your life. Here we go. Namo Do Bao Ru Lai, Namo Bao Shen Ru Lai, Namo Miao Sa Shen Ru Lai, Namo Guang Bo Shen Ru Lai, Namo Li Bu Wei Ru Lai, Namo Gan Lu Wang Ru Lai, Namo Amito Ru Lai. One more time. Namo Do Bao Ru Lai, Namo Bao Shen Ru Lai, Namo Miao Si Shen Ru Lai, Namo Guang Bo Shen Ru Lai, Namo Li Bu Wei Ru Lai, Namo Gan Lu Wang Ru Lai, Namo Amito Ru Lai. And one more time. Namo Do Bao Ru Lai, Namo Namo Gan Lu Wang Ru Lai, Namo Amito Ru Lai. Doesn't that sound good? I recite the 7 Tathagata's names while I feed the birds. And they all go, more birdseed. They don't go, thank you, Dharma Master. They go, but they're hearing. So, yeah, those are wonderful names, and they're there for us to use. That's what the Buddhas want us to do. Now, tomorrow, look, we go to the verses. Tomorrow we hit the verses, and there are lots of them. But the verses simply repeat what we've already learned about Guan Yin Pusa. And we'll have to go kind of quickly through them because there's a lot of verses. And the verses are there to cement our understanding of how Guan Yin Bodhisattva teaches here in the Saha world. And what does it amount to in the end? Look, there is one line that repeats over and over. Nian Bi Guan Yin Li. Evoke the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Call on the strength of Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Over and over. That's the message of the Puman Pin. Is Guan Yin Bodhisattva has made these vows and invites us to call her name when we need it. So that's the message. And the same way that I hope people, when you're walking, will go, Namo Do Bao Ru Lai, Namo Bao Shen Ru Lai, like that. It just kind of keeps going and going. Likewise, if we can keep the Puman Pin, Guan Yin Bodhisattva's name, any of the sutra that you're trying to memorize, keep it going, keep it rolling. And one thing that happens is when we have those thoughts in mind, we can't be depressed. We can't beat ourselves up. We can't keep angry thoughts. We can't worry about whether somebody looked funny at us or disrespected us. Because why? Namo Do Bao Ru Lai, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. It's a cleansing mechanism. It keeps our mind pure. Really works. Okay, so share my screen, dedicate merit, and we're done for tonight. You all working really hard with this retreat. By the way, everybody knows what this is called? The banjo. This is an American instrument from Africa, adopted from Africa. In Africa it was called an akonting, and they still exist in West Africa, but this is a creation of African Americans. May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see, our hands and hearts can find in giving unity. May our minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light dispel the darkness of our endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. One more. May all become compassionate and wise. And we'll conclude with bowing to Buddha. You're all welcome to stand. Bow in respect to the Venerable Master. Okay, well, that'll do it for us for tonight. See you all tomorrow. 到此为止，阿弥陀佛。